facing off against the Fairview Tornadoes. It's time to let the dogs out, Midtown. Give it up for your Bulldogs.
Yeah. Hey. Oh, damn.
Vic, come on, let's just go find our seat.
Hey, yeah, no, I'm coming. Hold up. Go. Hey, what's up, baby?
Hey, let's go, freak. Let's get this win, baby.
Hey, yo, FOF, right here. Hey, who want to meet up after, yo? Call me.
Vic, let's
Call
go
me.
Come sit down. Come on, the game's about to start.
Ready, gentlemen? Ready? Sir. Play him tight, come on. I got ball. Peter.
Two points, Joe Levesque. That's his first personal foul. That will do it for the first quarter, folks. Second quarter of play will begin shortly. Midtown students, we would like to remind you that Bike to School Day is happening next Tuesday. All students who bike to school will receive a voucher for one free cookie.
Midtown, let's go! Let's go, Midtown!
Three for free! 2 points, Jerson Sabino. will be occurring next weekend. Come on out and score a deal while supporting your local high school. Jerson Sapita. Fairview Ball.
Move our feet, move our feet.
Leptos S. Leonard. Freak. That's his first personal foul.
Quit reaching.
Freak. That's his second personal foul. Folks, a reminder that the annual rummage sale for Bulldog Athletics will be occurring next weekend. Come on out and score a deal while supporting your local high school. Free with the free ball. Timeout for the Tornadoes. Attention all Bulldog Juniors. The prom committee needs your help. If you would like to provide input into this year's prom theme, submit your suggestions to Gary White as soon as possible. Three-point basket for Freak. Timeout for the Tornadoes. Bulldogs, there are still tickets available for the upcoming drama performance of The Importance of Being Diligent, as performed by the wonderful students of Midtown High.
Patrick Ewing.
Everyone knows the response.
If you were to ask
It's time for Dragon Basketball, Parkside fans. Tip-off is coming up shortly. The matchup in this one is your beloved Parkside Dragons going up against the Bulldogs from Midtown. So let out a roar and let me... for your Parkside Dragons.
Are you gonna just find your seat this time?
Hey, see.
Are you taping me?
Nah, I'm making phone calls, yo. I'm a networker. You know me. That's just what I do. Hey, yo, Freak. Hey, we gonna make it rain tonight, baby. Woo!
Yeah, Freak, let's get that win. Look. Cuckoo!
Hey, get them hundreds out. Get them hundreds out for your boy.
Ready to go? Ready to go?
Let's go, Dragons!
Izzy Grace with the basket. That's his first personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Parkside.
Bring your game, Bulldogs.
3 points.
He's yours. He's yours.
That's
moving.
Free.
Match up. Match up. Match up. Match up.
Izzy Grace with the basket.
Balls, keep it up. Keep it up.
Freak. That's it for the quarter. Dragons behind on the scoreboard, but there's still time left. Let's go Parkside! Parkside High students, a reminder that the date for makeup AP exams is next Wednesday. This will be your final chance to take any missed AP test for the school year.
Quit reaching!
Freak. That's his first personal foul. Freak. Out of bounds. Parkside ball.
Move the ball! Sticking too much!
3 points.
Can't stop me!
Timeout for the Dragons.
Timeout. Start it.
Parkside High, we'd like to remind you that next Friday is movie night. Join us in the theater as we watch the adventure mega hit, Cretaceous Park. All are welcome. Robert Andrew with the bucket. Freak. David Gregory for 2. And that's the end of the quarter. Your Parkside Dragons are trailing. Let's see if they can turn it around. Go Dragons! Come on now, let's go. Freak. Get outside, get outside. Freak. That's his second personal foul. First team foul. At the line for your Dragons, Izzy Grace. 2 points. Freak.
Quit reaching.
Freak. That's his third personal foul.
Baby, I'm open.
Still Midtown ball.
Let's go, Bulldogs.
Robert Andrews with the bucket. And that's the end of the third quarter, folks. One more period of play left, and it starts momentarily. Attention Dragon Juniors. The College of Winterhold will be visiting campus next Wednesday in the Northern Quadrant, so make sure to stop by. Freak. Troy Lee with the basket. Freak.
Timeout. Start it.
Timeout, Parkside. Dragons, next Monday is Parkside Cleanup Day. Do your part to stick around after school and make sure our campus looks as great as it can. Freak.
You can't stop this. Find your man, come on. Hey, hey, hey. Back door. Get someone come get this. Hit the three. I got him. Go left side. Don't let him shoot that. man. Let's go.
Freak.
Come to it.
Announcement to the owner of a white Kia with license plate 3ZBR33Z. Your headlights are on. I repeat, your headlights are on.
We can guarantee you 3 things, Freak. The ability to start. What does it mean?
Yeah, we at the spot right now, though. Oh, yeah, you know my boy's about to take it.
Look, I need you to be on your best behavior tonight. This is an important game
Give my
for Freak.
phone back. Come on, yo.
Vic, I'm serious.
CC, my dear. Now I know how important this game is. I'm just trying to make moves, yo. Freaky, he's gonna take it all the way. He's leading this, all right? Business.
Come on, Freak. Show them no mercy.
Hey,
We got this
hold
title.
up,
Come
hold
on.
up. We got this, my boy. We got this. And we take it state, man. We take it state. Hey, he take it state, though.
Vic, come on. Let's get our seat.
Okay.
My man.
Vic, I'm serious.
All right,
Let's go.
yo, she up on me like hard right now, though.
Ready to go? Ready to go? Watch out.
And this is with the basket.
Edwards at the line for two. That's his first personal foul, first team foul. Shooting for parts unknown, Teddy Edwards. Taking 2 shots. Parts unknown foul. Bang. That's his first personal foul. Shooting for parts unknown. Parts unknown foul. Brian Augustus. That's his first personal foul. Let's hear it for the champions.
Freak. Thanks.
like the
What are you doing?
What do you think I'm doing?
Like I said, what are you doing? Anyways, where is Freak?
Now, CC, you know your brother. He loves to make a grand entrance. He gets it from your mother. She's always showing up late for work.
I arrive when my services are needed and not before. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I'm just explaining where he gets it from.
Was I missed?
Boy, where were you?
I was taking out the trash, Mama.
You're such a good son. I'm going to miss you when you go off to college.
Yeah, who's gonna do the trash detail?
Oh, don't worry about that, Pop. Next year, I will be attending Georgetown University.
Frequency vibrations. Well, you know that little dance he does?
And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride.
Ready?
This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the UConn Huskies and the Georgetown Hoyas.
And guys, there's just nothing quite like a packed house for a college hoop game. You hear the student section rocking and the band playing. This is pure basketball.
Greg, there's a unique energy and vibrancy with college basketball that is unique. I mean, when you get two high-profile teams meeting up with future stars making a name for themselves, I think it just adds to the excitement.
Now the starting group for the UConn Huskies. We've got Keefe, and it's Martin in at the 4 spot. Drains it from 17 feet out. Martin's got the first points up on the board tonight here for the Huskies.
And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
Joseph, that's good.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
On defense, the Huskies, they need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right.
And just because you can make it from outside doesn't mean you need to live there.
Not that far out anyway, Greg. I mean, he can work for a better shot than that.
Now the Hoyas with it. 4-point game. Tries with it to the middle. Here is Day. To the paint. Splitter, that's good.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Here's Trice. Outside Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall. UConn with the ball. Here's Day, and a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And it's a completely new group here for the Hoyas. The Huskies leading by 7. Taking a look at the Hoyas. Jackson in at 2 guard. Warren is out there with Price. And it's Trice. And it's Hudson in at the center. Trice kicks to Price. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2. The Hoyas shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. On the free throw, no good. The Huskies making a switch here. Martin's checked in. So he comes up empty, missing both. Well, Georgetown has been such a pillar of East Coast basketball for so long. Really one of the universities on the East Coast.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. A really rich tradition in men's basketball for the Hoyas. And they've been a competitive presence on the college basketball landscape going back to the 70s.
And you see a lot of players who are very talented play with a me-first approach. That is not the case with Freak. He doesn't try and attract any unnecessary attention and just focuses on playing his game.
Yeah, I like that about him, Greg. I mean, in a day and age where most guys are self-centered and it's all about me, it's refreshing for a player like Freak who doesn't invite that kind of noise. I mean, that's as impressive as his skill set.
And for the Hoyas, they really are one of the defining members of their conference. Hard to think about hoops in the Washington, D.C. area without thinking about the Hoyas. The blue and gray they wear is really just iconic.
The Huskies making a switch here. Posey's checked in. And here's Jennings. And so he draws the foul on the shot and trip to the line to shoot 2.
And, you know, the Hoyas only have one college tournament title in their history. They won it all in 1984 and then returned in 85 to the title game only to be upset by Villanova. Well, I tell you what, guys, so many great centers have come through Georgetown. For a while, they were the destination for great centers going into college. You can point to any of their teams and find an NBA center on the roster.
Pierce is checked in for UConn. Jackson drives in. He dents the rim with a two-handed slam.
Wow. And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The Georgetown Hoyas have had so many great centers. Greg Monroe, Roy Hibbert, some of the more great recent guys.
Yeah, but don't forget about the one who kind of set that trend in motion. Patrick Ewing was just a dominant force. And then you had Dikembe Mutombo, Alonzo Mourning. And it's amazing. All of these guys we just named were picked in the top 7 of the NBA draft.
Georgetown trails by 5. Trice dishes to Jackson. Jackson can't get that one to fall.
Even with every shot clanging off the rim, he seems determined to keep hoisting up these threes. It might be time to get inside of that arc.
And here comes Jackson leading the fast break. There's the dish to Hudson. This one for 3. And out of bounds as the Huskies gain possession. Both teams deciding to change it up. Here is Day.
They'll probably let the clock wind down here.
Right on. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter in this situation.
Off the pick. And the second half of basketball is about to get underway, folks. Welcome back to this broadcast of college basketball here on 2K Sports.
And guys, without a doubt, it's been a rough go so far here for Freak and his team. They just can't find anything to capitalize on consistently thus far.
And Greg, I'm anticipating plenty of adjustments from the coach, but I tell you what, when it comes down to what happens in the second half, it's about the players executing. A few quick baskets right out of the gate, and it's anybody's game.
On the floor for UConn. They've got Martin, and it's Day in at the point guard position.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. Pretty nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program and all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
UConn with the ball. Following the three-point attempt by Freak.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Hangs in the air. Keefe's shot is good.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Georgetown trails by 8. Trice passes to Jackson. Offensive rebound. The Huskies on offense. They've held a 12-point lead early. Shot by Joseph, no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And it's good.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
I think they're playing too soft on the perimeter. They can't stay so soft. They've got to get up into the shooters here.
Feeds it to Martin. Splitter sets a screen. Here's Day. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. For 3. And UConn leads by 8. Trice kicks to Price. Pass to Jackson. From deep. And Splitter pulls it down. Splitter's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Launches a 3. Keith missing. Now Jackson. Pass to Warren. Hoyas moving the ball around. From deep. Huskies with the rebound. Splitter's got his 6th rebound on the night. Jackson, he's in at shooting guard. Warren is out there with Hudson. Then there's Price, and it's Trice in at the point guard.
My crew the shorty busters, the 41st side of Vernon Posse, the good fellas, my man Cormega, Lakey the Kid, can't forget Drawers, the Hillbillies, my man Slate, Wallet Head, Black J, Big Oogie, Crazy Barrier Spot, Big Dog, we rock the man Malachi, PhD, and my man Primo from Gangstar, 94 Real.
2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Dallas Mavericks. And guys, for the Mavericks, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Let's talk about small forward Chandler Parsons for just a second. He was a great find in the second round back in 2011. Got a big contract now, and Kenny, we go to you. Do you feel he's lived up and is living up to those expectations?
Well, he surpassed his expectations as a second-round pick, beginning a huge contract. He was a vital member of the Rockets before he went to Dallas, and now, you know, he's going to be a first-option scorer. Nah, but he's going to be the guy who gets it done and can get 30 for you, but won't be the first option doing it.
You know, he might be expensive for a glue guy, but he's an elite glue guy because of his ability to make others better.
You have a name for glue guys.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a special name for him?
The EGG.
The EG, what is that?
The expensive glue guy.
There it is.
EGG, like
EGG.
an egg. The Eggman.
The Eggman, nice, Ernie.
Ooh.
The Eggman, I like that. You got another new nickname.
Every now and then it happens. That's it for us for now. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later. The Eggman.
We have an interconference affair lined up for you today as the Dallas Mavericks come in for this one. Great to have you with us, everybody, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And so off the tip, it's Brooklyn. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. Williams is out there with Matthews, and it's Pachulia in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Watching Brook Lopez, he all the time contributes in every category. It's amazing the number of ways he affects the game.
Deadly with the shot. Tremendous touch. Back to the basket, moves, facing up, makes free throws. Good offensive rebounder, capable passer. He just makes things happen.
Jack with it. Over to the left wing. Misses off the right iron.
And talking about Lopez, he does clean the glass on the offensive end. He was 12th in offensive rebounds last year. However, he was 44th in defensive rebounds. That's one important area he definitely has to work on.
Now here is Jack. Dirk Nowitzki unable to get his shot to go. Lopez inside. Pachulia covering. And Lopez gets it to go.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
You know, getting back to Lopez, how good is it to have a guy with his offensive package also be a near top 10 shot blocker for you? That's what he was last season and several seasons before that. He's an all-star talent if he can just stay on the court and stay healthy.
Now here is Jack. Young passes to Ellington. Outside Jack, 6 on the shot clock. Young cannot hit. Some solid D from Nowitzki. The Mavericks have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Williams dishes to Pachulia. To the paint. And it's sent back by Lopez. And here we go. Fast break. Jack's got it. Here's Young. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Young's got his first basket.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
It's Williams with the drive. Thaddeus Young grabs the miss.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Ellington with it. Now guarded by Parsons. And Jack kicks to Young. And stolen by Parsons. Matthews against Jack. Parsons, right side. Shot clock at 5. The 11-footer. That one wide left.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Nets lead by 6. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere.
All right, now, I want everyone here at the Barclays Center.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And from Brooklyn, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Not much room to operate offensively. The defense has been stifling through the first.
Greg, they haven't given up a lot of easy chances at all.
Mavericks trail by 6.
Well, you know, the Nets were able to sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed last year. Had some good wins against the Western Conference, and that really was a big boost for them getting to the postseason.
On the court for Dallas here in the second, they've got Anderson. Felton is out there with J.J. Barea, and it's Powell in a power forward position. Shot clock at 2. Nice shot by Felton. Felton's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Dallas. Nets leading by 4. Nets were just under 500 against the Western Conference last season. In the East, that is a very respectable mark.
I mean, how about they were actually better against the West than the East a season ago. Their win percentage against the Western teams was narrowly better than games against the East.
Here's Larkin following the basket by Raymond Felton, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
Mavericks ball.
Mavericks trail by 4. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Barea, the pass to Anderson. Now Barea still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 3 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And here's Felton from the arc. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Sloan's checked in. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Lopez left side. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Brook Lopez, disappointing start to last season. The season before, he had played only 17 games, so he wanted to make an impact right off the bat. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, you know, he missed the first 2 games altogether with the foot injury and comes back to play pretty well, then hurts his back. Out for 8 more games, comes back again. He's benched in favor of Miles Plumlee. Just a very disjointed year for Lopez.
That's good from Brook Lopez.
And for Lopez, last year was the first time since he was a rookie that he didn't start every game. I mean, that is a huge shot to your confidence or what your circumstances. But you know what? At the end, he rose above it.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Dirk Nowitzki, he's checked in for Powell, and Parsons subbed in for Anderson.
You know, on the topic of Lopez last season, ugly beginning, but things got beautiful over the last 2 months. 55% shooting, nearly 20 and 10 a game, some of the best numbers of his career.
Lopez with the block. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Here's Sloan. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Nobody near Parsons. Good, and it's Berea who picks up the assist. Parsons got his first 3 points of the game. 46 seconds left here in the second. Here's Sloan, guarded by Berea, and the basket by Kilpatrick.
I love the low post attack on that one.
Ball stolen. In transition, here come the Nets. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
Down low, there's Alice Jefferson, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there.
The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Nets out in front, up 6. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, we have Brook Lopez with us. What's the attitude you have as a team right now?
Oh, it's so exciting. You know, it's really thrilling to come out with such a great group of guys every night, you know, and play basketball. You know, it's a lot of fun.
Brook, thank you very much. Kevin, over to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It's Brooklyn out in front at the half. They have the 6-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, they committed to pounding the ball inside, and they were rewarded for it. Points in the paint. Those kept the defense honest because teams have gotten really good at running the three-point shooters off the line, so getting it inside was a good attack in the first half.
And looking at Dallas, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, to say their shots are not falling is an understatement. It's a miracle they're still in this game. They need to flip the switch big time in the second half, and that starts with more movement on offense. If you don't have a great look, find the open man, drive the ball, create an opportunity. Come on, basketball one-on-one.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
All right, now, I want everyone here in the
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. Mavericks trail by 6. It always seems the Mavs are able to compete for a title, Clark, but their window might be closing with some of their stars aging, namely Dirk Nowitzki.
You're exactly right, Kevin, because Dirk is the centerpiece of that franchise, has been for over a decade. They made the Rondo trade last year trying for a big finals run, but eventually they'll start to have to build for the future.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Brooklyn now, being only 31%, their offense really struggling to put possessions together. Jack against Williams. Steps back and drains the jump shot. Williams has got his first points of the night.
And when you look at the Mavs, they have always built through free agency, still tinkered with the roster this season to get into a position to compete. Not having any lottery picks for so long as
and that's a punch to the jaw. This game as tight as it can be, and he pulls something off that we might not even see in the All-Star game, Kevin.
But Clark, I don't know that he planned it out too far in advance. That was one of those things that you know, just happened.
I think it was premeditated.
I really don't. I think that he's one of those guys that just plays off of instinct, and they don't mind him making those kinds of plays, even in a close game.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia. Sergei Karasov's checked in for the Nets. And Dallas also making a switch. Harris has checked in. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night here.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And Zaza Pachulia, for my money, has been one of the toughest players in the league. He's got a boxer's mentality. Even his face looks a little bit like a boxer's. He doesn't have the quick twitch muscles of some guys, but his power and effort consistently stand out.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
And the shot is good.
And so far in the second half, this has been a different kind of game than what we saw early on.
No question about it. I mean, these teams are really battling hard now.
Talking about Jaja's toughness, it's one of the reasons he has such a high rebounds per minute average over his career. And defending on the blocks, he's almost unmovable.
He really, you know what, Coach Kent loves Jaja. He even started him over John Henson by the end of the season. And he's always willing to trade body blows down low and certainly wins his fair share of those battles.
Williams against Jack. Pass to Matthews. The tray. No good. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Bogdanovich dishes to Jack. Banked in off the glass. Jack's got his second bucket of the game to go.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Here's Harris. Missed. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Nets lead by 3. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter next. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Nets leading by 3. On the court for the Mavericks. Parsons and Dirk are in at the forward spots. J.J. Barea is out there with Matthews. Outside Jack, 6 to shoot. Outside Robinson. Nets passing it around. And Jarrett Jack, the bucket on the assist from Robinson. And it's 6 points now for Jack.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
5 straight baskets, Greg, resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Nowitzki against Young. Nowitzki's shot is no good. And here's Brooklyn. It's a 5-point game. Over in the corner, Brown. Back to Jack. To the paint. Here's Young, and he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
And doing a great job here, just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Rick Carlisle was going over with his team in that last huddle. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
And Jack kicks to Young. It's hauled in by Nowitzki. Mavericks trail by 5. Out left to the wing. Hits the outside fadeaway.
And how about the execution, really when it matters most? He knew he had the height advantage and just got the job done. No need to pass in that situation.
Pachulia, he's checked in for foul. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. Lopez inside, goes up against Pachulia. And Young kicks to Ellington. Here's the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Lopez. And again, no good by Brooklyn. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Nowitzki, the pass to Barea. Nowitzki against Lopez. Now here's Barea. He's tightly guarded. Just 4 to shoot. They get it back. Buries it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Oh, that's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Here's Lopez. The Mavericks pull it in. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Kicks it out to Nowitzki to take the lead. Trifecta!
Nowitzki, what an offensive force he can be.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Williams against Jack. The feed to Lopez. They need this. Oh, off target. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That is Young. That's his first personal foul at the line of the net. Derek Newington at the line for two.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 3-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. A narrow win under difficult circumstances, Greg, as the visiting team.
It really was, but that didn't seem to bother them. I mean, road team, home team, all I know is they were the better team.
Well said. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dirk, during that second half, what brought the conviction the team showed that allowed you guys to win this thing?
I think we just battled, and that was good for us. I thought that really won us the game down the stretch. We scrambled for each other, we rotated, got a couple lucky bounces down the stretch, and that always helped.
Dirk, thank you. Kevin, it all starts with that competitive spirit.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dirk Nowitzki.
He had a very nice night from the field tonight, shooting over 50%. That smooth, soft touch was working for him tonight. No matter how tight the D played him, he was still shooting it right in their face.
And this guy's been doing this his whole career. Man, we're talking about a Hall of Famer here, an icon in the city he brought a championship to. Not forget, one of the greatest shooters in NBA history.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.
During the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody here can easily understand.
The cult of personality. I know your anger. I know your dreams. I've been everything you wanna be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. the cult of personality. Neon lights, Nobel Prize, when a mirror speaks, the reflection lies. You won't have to follow me, only you can set me free. I saw the things you need to be. I'm the smiling face on your TV. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. I exploit you, still you love me. I tell you 1 and 1 makes 3. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. Like Joseph Stalin and Gandhi. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. The cult of personality. The cult of personality. Neon lights, Nobel Prize. When a leader speaks, that leader dies. You won't have to follow me, only you can set you free. You gave me fortune, you gave me fame, you gave me power in your God's name. I'm every person you need to be. Oh, I'm the cult of personality. I'm the cult of, 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 I'm the cult of personality.
Ask not what your country can do for you. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. In this game, we'll see the Atlanta Hawks going up against the Houston Rockets at Toyota Center. Looking at Houston, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. Last year, the Hawks were really the surprise story of the NBA. A lot of what they did came through teamwork. Shaq, do you think they're like the prime example of a team being greater than the sum of its parts?
Ernie, let me give you a Shaq fact about the Hawks. Nobody on the Hawks last season averaged over 17 points. They have 6 players averaging double digits. So with the Hawks, it was a complete team effort. Played very, very well.
Yeah, you could see how they really moved the basketball. That was the one thing I was so impressed with, and they demonstrated unselfish play at all times.
What do you know about unselfish play?
Nothing. He shot it every time.
Hey, listen, I was.
And
I
know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. 94, 95. You made the record.
What do you know?
Threes
what
in the
do you
finals.
know about unselfish play?
Nothing. They used to call me the black hole, Ernie, because once it came in, it never came out.
I used to be the gas station because I filled it up, baby. Filled it up.
Wow, that's awesome. Let's get down to Kevin Harlan as we approach tip-off.
Good.
A great bird's eye view of the arena here in Houston, Texas. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Hi, this is Kevin Harlan, joined by my partners Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets, playing here in Houston.
Boys, nice line.
Tip-off goes to Houston. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Bazemore at the 3. Nice work there coming off the screen. Eunice has got the game going here with the first basket for the Rockets. Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times could just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. And so it's Houston with it. And Beverly kicks to Harden. Millsap with the steal. And Teague, here we go. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2. Here's Houston now. First quarter, just over a minute played. Beverly, the pass to Howard. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Millsap in the corner. Rockets with the rebound. And for Trevor Ariza, almost exclusively a perimeter player on the offense last year. New scheme, Greg, new teammates, big adjustment.
Yeah, the Rockets having Dwight Howard camping out in the lane and James Harden needing space for dribble drives. Not much room to operate inside for Ariza.
But they do like his defense, and we know he can hit the 3. It's a pretty valuable commodity for him. For Houston, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Beverly dishes to Harden. Fires the 3. That's good. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
You know, you talk about Trevor Ariza last season. I mean, his field goal percentage dipped to 40. Mostly because he only took 3s, or so it appeared. It's hard to be efficient if you're only shooting 3s. Nice pass that time. What excellent vision by Jeff Teague out there.
There's 39 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Eunice, no luck.
And guys, when you think about Trevor Ariza, he was signed by Houston last year to play defense. And did he deliver on that end? He was usually matched up against the opponent's best wing scorer, and he had the highest steals average of his career, almost 2 a game. Add to that, he is a knockdown shooter from beyond the arc.
Bazemore misses. Ariza kicks to Eunice. Over in the corner, Beverly. Here's Harden. And so the first quarter is in the books. Rockets lead by 5. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. Guys, for the Rockets, what jumps out to you from a number standpoint?
And we've really seen them get out and establish a real nice rhythm offensively in this game.
Yeah, and they're finding ways to score multiple ways, playing well and sharing the ball, just operating good at the offensive end.
The Hawks trail by 5. Certainly the biggest surprise last year, Clark, was the play of the Atlanta Hawks. You would have picked them to win the East at the start of the season.
Well, they did it, and they earned it. The Hawks didn't have any superstars on their roster, but they won with solid team play.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got McDaniels, Beasley out there with Brewer, and there's Terry, and it's Capella in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's McDaniels after the basket by Atlanta. No coverage that time. McDaniels got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And for the Hawks, they did end up with 4 All-Stars last season. As you said, it was all about how they worked together as a team.
Hardaway. And it's Hardaway again missing.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here's Schroeder. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Goes up the baseline. Count it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 4 on the bucket from Thiago Splitter.
And, you know, around the NBA, the league recognized the Hawks were a complete team. Everybody played their roles superbly. The NBA named all 5 of their starters the player of the week last year in an unprecedented move.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Chris Humphries has checked in for Scott.
Chris Humphries. Rockets call time. There we go, fans. Keep it going for your Rockets Power Dancers.
We've got 1:28 left in the second quarter. Terry the pass to Beasley. He feeds it to Capella. Power down with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Sefolosha dishes to Hardaway. To the inside. Goes back up. They get it back.
Well defended, though, and he's not someone who handles that kind of pressure very well.
Terry outside. Passes to Beasley. And Splitter pulls it down. The Hawks trail by 6. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Stolen by Terry. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And Brewer kicks to Terry. 12 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. They set the screen. 5 to shoot. Brewer passes to McDaniels. On its way from Beasley for 2. No good off the back of the rim. And we've reached halftime in this one. Rockets ahead. They lead by 6. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're going to break down the first half action for you. Houston found themselves in a close game in the first. At the end of one, they were able to end up with a 5-point lead. Kenny, what'd you think about the Rockets?
Well, they called the right plays, and then they executed them. Great job in the first half. That's why they were so efficient, and they shot so accurately. The defense threw a number of different looks at them, but they were always prepared because they were cool, calm, and efficient.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Hawks.
Reminds me of me at the free throw line. They had a rough half of shooting, under 35%. Some of that was great defense, but a lot of it was poor shot selection. They've got to revise the game plan, get guys open for.
And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway.
The third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Just a quality performance, and you know, we do expect to see that from him, and he's all
man, when you were playing on great teams in your past, it's hard to perform when everybody's locked in on you. To be able to play like he has when you have a reputation of being the guy, that's impressive.
So it's Atlanta now. 6-point game. And so in the game for the Hawks, Teague and Korver are the guards. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. And it's Bazemore at the 3 spot.
And Dwight Howard, a former 3-time Defensive Player of the Year, still remains a fearsome presence in the paint.
Teague with the ball. Down low. And Paul Millsap, the bucket on the assist by Teague. Teague against Beverly. Feeds it to Moniunas. And Harden wide open. He shoots. Hands the shot from the wing. Harden's got 7 points in the game.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
Here's Bazemore. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And good on the basket. Book it.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
And Kyle Korver enjoying a career renaissance, if you will, here in his 30s. A former late second-round pick. He's kicked around the league a little bit. He's really found his niche here in the motion offense of the Atlanta Hawks.
Rockets leading by 4. And there's a minute 45 left in the third quarter of the game. Harden kicks to Moniunas. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Moniunas has got 5 points so far. A little background on Kyle Korver, drafted 51st by the Nets back in 2003. They sold his rights to the Sixers for a little over $100 grand and used the proceeds to pay for their summer league fee.
Well, that, and they also bought a new color copier for whatever that information is worth. It might sound like a mistake in hindsight, but I heard that machine is very reliable.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Mike Budenholzer had to say to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Millsap. Coach stressed the importance of getting the ball in his hands as soon as possible at the start of their possessions. No question he's going to be the key guy for them offensively. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
And thank you, Doris. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Moniunas. The Rockets shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And guys, Patrick Beverly, a perfect fit for the Rockets alongside James Harden. Now, you know, Beverly is in that complementary role as a 3 and D guy. And remember, also, even though he's the point guard, he doesn't need the ball to be effective. He's good at just spotting up for threes, and he's a hounding on-ball defender.
Now, here's Beverly. Jeff Teague unable to get his shot to go. The feed to Harden. The dish now to Bazemore. That's good, and so Teague with the assists. Teague's got 3 assists tonight. And Beverly plus.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Hawks shooting their initial free throws of the game right here. The first one falls. Atlanta making some changes. Scott comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. He's off on the second. Rockets leading by 6. Pass to Harden. Shoots the 3. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Rockets lead by 6. And we'll be back with you right after this. And thanks for joining us again as the fourth quarter of play is set to get rolling. It's been a close battle to this point. Houston's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Everly and Harden, they're the backcourt. Howard is out there with Beasley. And it's Ariza in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Now, here's Schroeder. Tipped away. And here we go. Fast break. Beverly's got it. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Rockets.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
Something that's also benefited them tonight are the turnovers they've forced and the points that have come along with those forced turnovers.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Ken Bazemore comes in for Scott, and it's Teague in for Kyle Korver. And both free throws good for Beasley. The Hawks trail by 10. Teague left side. From 12 feet out. And he gets that one to go off the front iron.
Not an easy finish right there, but a beautiful move to give himself just enough space to get in close and knock it down.
Here's Beverly. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Yes, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Houston's coach was giving to his team. He was absolutely adamant, saying, don't let them off the hook. Let's keep our foot on the pedal and keep doing the things that have gotten us here this far. We're almost home.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Now here's Harden. Screen by Howard. It's Harden with the drive. No good with the elbow jumper. The Hawks trail by 8. Bazemore for 3. Here's Millsap. Dishes it to Horford. The Rockets pull it in. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter. Beverly the pass to Harden. There's a screen by Modi Yunus. It's Harden with the drive. It's Ariza on the wing. Pass to Beverly, and it's going to be a 3-second call.
São Paris, São Paulo, França, Brasil. Aí, MSQ da UFP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
ó. Os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza, deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar no impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Bonjour,